Please welcome to the stage, Mike Zakarian.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the NBA Bit. That's right. We got a little bit of NBA, a little bit of comedy. Appreciate everyone being here this morning. Also, like, a couple of shout outs right off the top. How about Veronica for making all of this look fire, huh? All of this look fire. This is an incredible intro. Shout out Veronica. Also, shout out G Dunn. We got a little G Dunn voiceover. You might not be getting them on camera, but now you're getting those sweet, sweet G Dunn vibes. We had been talking about, this show's like morphed over the last, 5 to 6 months anyways, right? And it's kind of moved more into an NBA focused show. So, it was time. It was time to figure out it wasn't a morning marketplace anymore, right? And calling it the NBA morning show was pretty dumb. And I wanted a little one syllable, a little NBA bit. So that is the new morning show. That is the new, like the sound is quality. It looks good. It looks sharp. There's a comedy club vibe. We had the brick wall in the back. Come on, the lights turning on. We got G Dunn. We got a little bit of everything. So shout out Veronica for like really just being the brains and the brawn. Is that the right phrasing? Both the brains and the muscle for making that work and making it look so great. And I'm really excited about it. And I'm excited. Yeah, it's a 2-drink minimum. It's a great point by DJ Local. Bit is short for NFT, right? There you go, jump shoot. There you go. You've got a dog too. The dog is also a part of it. So that is part of today's announcement that I'm pretty excited about. So looking forward to continue. And it's not like a rebrand or anything, like a full rebrand. We're still Team Hold. We're still out here grinding. But we wanted to make the morning show, I feel like, is our flagship hangout, right? This is where it all started. This is where people come and hang. And so I wanted it to be, I wanted it to feel that way, and I feel like now it does. So I'm really excited about the NBA bit, as they say. Cam says, is this a bit? It depends. It depends how you feel about it. To honor the excitement of today. And again, we still got one more thing that I'm going to fire out here in a few minutes to continue the announcement. But let's do a little giveaway action, huh? Let's do like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag bit. We'll give away something. David says you should have written NBA bit like the association. Well, I wanted to be funny. I didn't want the show to be a joke, right? I think there is a fine line there. It's a good feedback though, David. Yeah. So like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag bit. We'll talk a little bit more about the rebrand and what's coming down the pipeline. Also, speaking of Veronica, if you we dropped a short last night. I actually reposted it again this morning because Elgo. But we've been grinding those YouTube shorts, so you should go check that out. It's about the sophomore slump. We had some fun with that one. And just for like content in general, Eric says, so no Top Shot Tony appearances. I believe Top Shot Tony is making an appearance on the Twitter Spaces today at 3:00, actually. Also, what a nice throwback there by the big ticket. For content stuff, dude, there's so much stuff today, and I'm already tired thinking about it. But we have, obviously, you're here, but we have the value hunting. A new episode of that should be coming out later this afternoon. We also have the 89 Cavs returns tonight at 7:00. We have Shot Tank back at 9 p.m. So literally, I'm going to be in front of you too much today, but we get a lot of stuff today. And then tomorrow we'll be back with the morning show. And then on Friday, it's either going to be this Friday or next Friday. We're going to bring back a special happy hour show. We'll also have live before lock as well. So a lot of things cooking over here, and I'm exhausted, but I'm excited. Um, but yeah, like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag bet. We get 53 entrants. We'll spend this thing towards the end of the day. But the other announcement that I'm excited about. So I've been working with this company oversubscribed for the last couple of months and just doing a deep dive on the channel and kind of like how we've been growing and like where, focusing on some both some like inefficiencies, some areas of growth, and like how we can continue to spike. And as we've talked about, right, for a long time, it was really exciting if we got 10 subscribers a month. If we were like getting 10, we were like, yeah, let's go. Hell yeah. And I've talked about this a couple of times, but the last like 3 months, we have been absolutely cooking. And right now we are at, let's see, I'm going to do a little refresh, 7,381. We're averaging like 125 new subs a week now. Not a month, like a week. Like we're absolutely cooking. And like we're going to hit 10K this year, which is pretty exciting considering we started this thing, just as a way to pass time during the pandemic. And, Greg and I out there grinding queues for the NBA bottom shot world. And now to think about like what we're doing now is pretty exciting. And one of the things that you've probably seen, as I've already, I remember when we hit 5K on stream. You remember that? We had the SoRare bump, right? But one of the things, it's because you may look at this. I was just doing this so you guys can give me flowers. But one of the things that we've noticed, like with the uptick in subscribers, is we've been working on a lot of these shorts, right? These YouTube shorts, and some of them have been very polished. The stuff Veronica has been doing is like really, really solid. But it takes a lot of work and it takes a lot of her time, and not nearly as much as my time. And then the other stuff we've been doing is those quick green screen things, right? Where I basically like talk over a clip, and those are like fine. They get out there, but obviously we would much rather have those like really polished, sharp things. And some of the other things that I was looking at for this year is trying to find some opportunities to do some more in real life content, whether that's like the man on the street stuff, which I know you love, but imagine if that was a little bit more produced, stuff like that. Getting to do some content within games, traveling a little bit more, like doing some stuff in Vegas. So there's a lot of different opportunities for us to make some more short form content that would pop. And working with this company, Oversubscribe, has been pretty exciting because what they specialize in is helping us, raise some funds in order to do this. And instead of, right, you've done like the YouTube subscription here, right? Hold on. Mike's saying you got a load of new subs from SoRare. You do great stuff to help non-American audience learn more of the intricacies for the NBA team selections and stuff. Hard to get so easily in Europe. Hell yeah, Mike. But instead of doing something like, like a Patreon where you give me we do $10 a month and then you get like a couple of extra videos. What's pretty unique about this company that I'm really excited about is instead of like $10 a month, you have, if this is something you are interested in, and let me put this out here right now. You don't have to be interested in this, and you can be like, nah, I'm good. And that doesn't affect any of the content that we're already doing. So just let that be known. But one of the cool things is you can grow with us, which is exciting. So what it turns into, and I'm going to share a link here and we'll like go through the site for a little bit, but you can do like a one-time investment, right? You like one time, and then you're going to get money. If it does well, if we continue to grow, you have the opportunity to get some of that kickback as we continue to grow. So you have the opportunity to grow with us and be a part of the journey, which is very exciting. To me, that feels a little bit cooler than doing something like a Patreon or a YouTube VIP. We still have like the $1.99 to get into the Discord, right? But this is just an opportunity to be a part of what we're doing. Those fun, yes, Stonks. Are you selling us NFTs? Absolutely not. Team hold shares a little bit closer. So it's basically, is this investment worth one Sadiq Bey Top Shot debut? Well, it's totally up to you. It's totally up to you. And what this will allow us to do is pay Veronica, who's been doing like incredible work. That's like the goal of all of this, right? It's not so I can finally buy land in New York City, but the goal is to just collect what we can to then put back into it so we can grow, so we can pay someone like Veronica who does incredible work. Veronica, by the way, who worked for the Miami Heat, right? She was doing this shit for the Miami Heat and is now working with Team Hold, which is tight. However, as much as I love charity work, I would like to be able to tell her, hey, not only did you do a good job, but you are now being paid. Buy land in New York City, open team hold kiosk, please. There we go. I know Cam would be down for that. Next stream coming from Mike's Penthouse. Absolutely. No, but truly, that's where this would go. And by participating in this, not only would you have the opportunity, like, if we do, say we do go, we're at 7,800 right now, say like 3 years from now, however long we decide to do this for, say 3 years from now, we're at like 25,000. You'll, like, any sort of revenue that comes in, whether it's through AdSense, through sponsorship, all goes into that company. And then you are rewarded based on your investment. Now, just like NBA Bottom Shot, that could absolutely go to zero. And if that does happen, then you had fun. You had fun while you were here. And we'll still do some fun stuff. Like when we go to Vegas for Summer League, we'll have a private thing just for the people who have participated in that. We'll do a couple of like monthly streams only. Only for people who have participated in that. So there'll still be some other things. You're going to get some merch that comes along. You'll get some other stuff that comes along with it. But anyways, I'm going to share the link in here and you can take a look at my pretty face as we do it. I'll put it in the chat. And what this is right now, like this isn't open right now. Like it's not like you can do it right now. Just, this is just getting a feel for if you're interested. And if no one is interested, we'll probably pack up and just continue doing what we're doing right now. But if people are into it, we will get cooking. Will a prospectus be circulated? Yeah, I'm going to have to do all that business shit. Do we get a roadmap? Yes, it is. Yeah, I'll make a roadmap just for you guys. I'll make a roadmap. So I just shared a link. I'm going to put it up here just so we can look at my face right here. Look at this. Look at this hotness. I'm interested. But this is basically what I've just described, right? So the Grow the Team hold over the last 2 years has me jacked. The opportunity to make my some hotter content, but need support. By investing as little as $50, you'll have the opportunity to share my future success and growth by receiving a portion of the revenue generated by my content. I want to see how many of you are interested in investing, supporting me in this way. If that's you, click the button and fill out the short form below. And then there's just a little bit more about me. I just want to highlight this part stuff right here. So we're hiring an editor and graphics person to improve the quality of those videos and help create more short form content that ultimately reaches more people, more opportunities for those in-person events like we've done in Summer League, and then more experimental approaches to content like the man on the street stuff. So that's basically it. That's the gist of it. So we have been, I mean, I think you all know this. I can't do much more than I'm doing right now. I already said I'm in front of you 4 times today. I think we do close to like 12 to 13 streams a day. I think we've been putting out about 20 shorts a week. We are out here grinding and growing at a pretty exciting rate. And I love it. I really do love it. So, and maybe it's that straight white guy confidence, but for whatever reason, I feel like we're cooking it over here, and I feel like people like to tune in and listen to me talk about nothing. But the growth that we've seen over the last couple of years has been exciting. Is there a board for decisions, Greg, Dustin? Or are you the absolute authority? Yeah. So the company that I'm working with, oversubscribed. There's 2 wonderful gentlemen who I meet with almost daily sometimes. They are actually, that's a good question, Jump Shoot. They are actually on the board during the duration of this like investment period. So I can't just be like, hey dudes, we out. I can't do that. So they, and that's specifically why. So we have like joint ownership in that way. It's basically like a fail safe. So I can't like screw over everyone. That doesn't mean we don't drop a fat L and I do a bad job or whatever, or like the content doesn't grow in the way that we want it to. But I can't, it's to like prevent bad actors. You know what I'm saying? So that good question, Jump Shoot. But yeah, so anyways, that's like the gist of it. I'll share it again as we get closer towards the end of the show. I'm really excited. Both just also one other thing, I'm not going to see who responds. Will 50 be the minimum investment? I believe it has to be. Yeah, I believe 50 has to be the minimum, Ben. I won't see any of the, like, I'll see numbers. I'll be like, oh, 25 people were interested, 125 people were interested, but I'm not going to see like who's it. Like, I'm not seeing like, oh, Kyle said he would absolutely not, never. No, it's confidential. No one else is going to see that stuff. So it's truly just to get a feel for what the interest level is. And then, if it's positive in a couple of weeks, we'll announce some stuff further. But straight white guy confidence. B Foster says I'm sold. Yeah. Yeah. How long before we mutiny? Yeah, we can definitely talk about that. We can do mutinies, Mike. I'm in for that. Courtside said, will this replace the YouTube subscription model? So Courtside, you know what I'm keeping I'm keeping the YouTube subscription, and here's why. As you see, like the Discord's grown quite a bit, and so uh the Discord's grown quite a bit, and when anytime like a big announcement happens, like in the Top Shot or SoRare world, we get a flood of people, and it's really important to like gate that, in my opinion, to just keep the vibes good. However, what I will say, if you get in there, I'll make the exception that if you participate in that, I'll like give you the OG role, so you don't have to have that YouTube subscription to be in the Discord. So I'll let that cover that. Is it a one-time investment, and would we see our share percentage after investing? Yeah, great question. It is one time, so you don't. It's not like a monthly thing. It's just a one-time go at it. And yeah, just like any other company, I have to have. We'll have to have like investors meetings and some board meetings, investors meetings, which we'll do some fun ways to do that, whether it's like a private Zoom, whatever. We'll definitely do one in Summer League for Vegas. I think that's going to be fun. So yeah, all of that will be transparent and stuff like that. Also, Nifty Sports, what's up, my man? All jokes aside, you should do an NFT and token gated channel on the Discord. Shiggins, we have talked about that a little bit. But I think that's further down the road. I don't want to jump in there. As long as mental health checks keep showing up in the Lucas drops, I'm fine with it. All right, thank you, David. Yeah, this will include the VIP Discord. We will do that. That's a good point. The YouTube model is probably a good introduction still, so can try before buy. Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, keep firing questions. I'm down to talk about this a little bit more, and I want to be like as transparent as possible. Like this truly is to just continue to help us grow. And I was pretty interested in the fact that you get the opportunity to do this. I've never heard of a company do something like this before, and it was pretty exciting to kind of talk through it. And then like because of these conversations, it forced me to do a deep dive. Because you're not going to believe this. I'm pretty good at turning the camera on and talking, but sometimes I'm not the best at like, doing Daryl Morey shit and reviewing all the analytics. And so it was kind of fun to do a deep dive over the last like month or so. And that got me more jacked up about this because like, we've seen like a couple of big spikes while we were doing this. Like one of the spikes when we hit like 5,000 subscribers, we were hosting NBA Top Shot Qs, RIP. But when we were doing that, right, sometimes we'd see a big boost because we would do a giveaway. But what's been really cool right now is it's not because we're doing giveaways, but it's just been like 100 a week, 100 a week, 100 a week. And like, it's pretty exciting for me to see that too. Andrew said, is there a time when no more investments are being accepted? Yeah, but it's not like you can't even invest yet. So I think it'll be like I'll have more information on this. So if I speak incorrectly on it, just, keep that in mind. But I'm pretty sure. So we're going to do this for like 10 to 12 days. Just keep this open, see what the interest level is. Then we'll come back to the table and then be like, okay, you have like 30 days. And anybody that's in for those 30 days, cool. And everybody who's not cool. And based on your responses, kind of where we'll set the limit. So yeah, please, like, I'll share that link again too. Please take the time to it takes like 2 seconds. It's like 2 questions. It's like, would you do it? So there we go. I'm going to drop this link one more time. Came for the giveaways, stayed for the good content. My man Aziz, we love to hear that. Can we send trade tickets for team hold shares? No, here's why. Because, well, actually, maybe they both will depreciate at the same rate. But no, you would have to don't send me trade tickets. I don't want any more moments. Can you share what the percentage of the funds go to team hold? Guessing the organizing company takes some for their work. Yeah, we can share all of that when we get closer to a number, because I'll have a clearer breakdown of like where that dollars are going to go to. So you have and that's before you actually like hit the invest button. You'll have a clearer idea of where it's going to go to, like for graphics work, for whatever. So we'll have all that. Don't know if I missed it, but is there a minimum? Yeah, let me share this again. I believe we said right here. So by investing as little as $50, and then just a reminder, it's a one-time thing. Is this not? Oh, that's a great point. Top Shot Common, man. Oh man, what an L on me. How did I not have the opportunity to drop this? None of this is financial advice. Do what you love what you do. Something like that, right? Hey, listen, I'm down to take as many questions on this as like currently in the chat. I'm also gonna like ping the Discord in a little bit. and you'll have that information there. And honestly, I just like want honest feedback about this. If this is something that you think you'd be into, I'd love to hear why. And if it's something you're not into, I totally understand that, and at no point would be like, oh, what the heck, guys? Like, I don't care about that. Um, this is truly just an opportunity to grow, and I love the idea that, like, hey, if we crush it, you know, you crush it a little bit too. And that's been like my favorite part about this. Like, I feel like, especially for the people that have been here for a long time, I just love the idea of like like the first 30 people that were here who were still sticking around. And if this like pops off in the way that, I think it's gonna, or I shouldn't even say that I think it's gonna, that I think it has the potential to, I love the idea that you get to crush it along with me. So, yeah, I'm definitely down to get feedback. Max says I spent more money on worse things than this. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can go over and look at our accounts. Bandy doesn't share the same enthusiasm. Yeah, man. The beginning of this show started with him looking right out the window, being like, "Today's the day I take on the world," and it ended with him unconscious on the ottoman. So shout out that dog. Can we get more Dustin's appearances? I'll pay up for that. Yeah, I think we can rope that in. We can make Dustin be a part of the monthly stuff. When Naked XYZ and Team hold Discord channel for the 300 plus float holders, we can do that now. Steve, is that really over 300? Is there 300 of those? Yeah, we can do that. We can do that. All right, one more sip of coffee here, and then it's done. It's Dusto for the coffee. We're almost done. All right, let me share this giveaway thing one more time too. Not one more time, but go ahead and like the stream, subscribe, put hashtag bit into the chat. We don't have to bail out Sawyer if we buy in. No, you don't have to. You don't have to bail out Sawyer. Sawyer's crushing it now. And yeah, again, continue to pepper with questions as we go through the show. But I don't know, this was kind of a fun day, right? We do a sexy little rebrand where the NBA bit is here. Welcome to the daily NBA bit. And like, we're growing, baby. Like, let's see, did we grow any more since the show started? Yeah, we picked up another sub already, just cooking. Also, proud. Yeah, there we go. We got a proud one there. Yeah, there is a crazy number because some random people must have found it on the float site. God, you love that. Selling my Top Shot account and dumping it in a team hold. All right. Relax. Speaking of Top Shot, I had I don't know if you guys saw this. Oh, dude, Sean Grant. I'm gonna share some Sean Grant. Said, I think your dedication and work ethic are clear. Anyone that's been following you for any length of time would agree. You've done a lot with what you have, and now it will be good to see what you do next. Let's go. Love it. Next goal is 69,420. Nice. So I got somebody sent this to me this morning, right? There was a new Top Shot account that was created that dropped like 20K this morning. And so that was all the messages I was receiving. It was like, holy crap, this guy dropped 20K. And what really made me laugh, and I know this shouldn't be like, they've got 51 moments already. But my favorite thing was it started today and they are down 2K already. And I know that probably has to do more with serial numbers and like paying up for a couple of things. But the idea of somebody creating something today, dropping a whole bucket of money and then immediately being down, I was like, oh man, that is like Top Shot in a nutshell. But hey, listen, I'm sure everybody will retweet that and be like, hell yeah, baby, we're back. New users. But yeah, that made me laugh. Top Shot, call the ambulance, but not for me. We love it. The live token algo is crap anyways. That is true. That really is true. That algo is not, he's not the best. It is kind of interesting. Like, I wonder, are those companies still like evolving? You know what I mean? Like the live, and I'm not even asking that in a nasty way. I just mean like I know OTM's still doing a bunch of stuff, and I feel like it's mostly around most of the dialogue's been around Rumble and Jolly Jokers. Live token, I feel like I haven't seen a bunch of updates. And same thing, evaluate.market. I know the collective has had some stuff. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just curious if they're still evolving. And honestly, like, listen, full transparency, I'm not paying attention to those updates. So maybe they are happening and I'm just, I'm not there. So, but yeah, I don't know. That's something that's interesting. All right, should we talk some shooty hoops? Should we talk some basketball from last night's action? And then I think, well, listen, we're already 25 minutes in. This can go wherever you want. All right, this is a smorgasbord. We can just do whatever we want. Like yesterday, we were yelling about some stuff. I don't think we're going to yell today, though. The vibes are too good today. The vibes are too good. Although I have had 3 cups of coffee already, so it could get wild at any minute. Let's dive into some of the hoops. Did I really close the one thing that I needed for today? Okay, hold on. Let's do that. Let me share that over here. Okay, let's dive into some of the basketball stuff from last night. There was some fun games. There was some exciting stuff that happened last night. The Sixers, yeah, we do miss the judge. I do miss the judge. I'm really at that point now. Can you believe that? Like 2 years ago, if you told me Zakarian deep down in his heart, truthfully, honestly, and earnestly said he missed the judge, I'd say he's being held hostage right now. But I'm not. I do miss him. Sixers beat the pants out of the Pistons last night, 147-116. I'm starting to feel bad for Detroit. Like, that's not even fun. That's not even fun. Sadiq Bey had 17. Hey, bye. Jaden Ivey had 17 and 4. Joel Embiid, who was questionable. Everybody was like, you know what? Let's play Paul Reed. Let's play Montrezl Harrell. I said Embiid's coming back. And not only did he come back, came back with 36 and 11. I glanced at James Harden's box score last night. I was like, oh, Harden's kind of having an off game, I guess, because Embiid's back. And then I looked and it was 16, 15, and 12. A trippy, a dubby. I'd like to yell about Luka having to pass to Reggie Bullock, Davis Bertans, and JaVale McGee. That is pretty bad. Let's see. Heat OKC. Jimmy Butler had himself a ball game. The Heat were without everyone. A lot of you guys don't know this, but I had to fly down to Miami yesterday, not for the NBA Top Shot Tour, but to play backup point guard for the Heat. They had nobody. SGA had 26 and 4. Speaking of trippy dubbies, Joshua Giddey from Down Under, he had a triple-double. He had 18, 15, and 10. Buckets, Jimmy Buckets had 35, 7, and 4. Max Strus had 22 and 7. And then Oladipo. Guys, is Victor Oladipo back? He's had like a string of games. I need Veronica and Stan to let me know in the chat. Is Depot back? I think he's playing like consecutive games now. He's out there. Nifty says my vet's calm and SoRare looking fire because of Jimmy. Yeah, we're going to pull up SoRare in a little bit. But yeah, Depot was back. Honestly, you guys know, I'm not a huge Heat fan. I do love Jimmy Butler. I root for Bam, even though he drives me nuts. But Oladipo, like, it would be really nice. He was so good for that like small stretch in Indiana, kept Indiana relevant in those squads. And then it was just injury after injury after injury. And it feels like he's finally stringing it together. And maybe like the load management over the last like couple of years has finally gotten to that point where he's good to go. I hope so, man. It also like changes the ceiling of the Heat, in my opinion, because Kyle Lowry is dookie. Kyle Lowry has been so bad, both offensively and defensively. Kyle Lowry, like he's got some, he's not bringing a lot to the table right now. Yeah, you wondered who those missed calls were yesterday. Must have been from the Heat. Yeah, it's either Heat or the spam. I'm getting a lot of spam calls, but it's probably Miami Heat. 3DH says, scared for Victor. It's like D Rose playing too many minutes a few years ago. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And Daniel's asking about Davis Bertans. Yeah, we'll get to Bertans in a second. But anyways, good win for the Heat considering they were so shorthanded. And OKC's feisty. Like, I know we just are so programmed to think that Oklahoma City, it's like Tank Central. But they're like legit good. They're not legit good. They're tough. I would say they're a scrappy team. Raptors beat the Hornets, and it was too close, honestly. 132-120. Rozier, Scary Terry had a really good game, 33, 5, and 5. LaMelo, too, man. I feel like every time we talk about the Hornets, it's like, well, LaMelo dropped 25 and 12. LaMelo dropped 27 and 10. He had 24 and 14 last night. I shared a clip. Heat joining Conseco in the 40-40 club. I shared a clip of LaMelo this morning in one of our YouTube shorts. Dude, I like forget that LaMelo has ups. When I think of LaMelo, I think of LaMelo as, like slick passes, getting in transition, step back threes, like strong finishes, but like not dunks. He like really got up last night and threw one down. And I was like, okay. Snoopaloop says my stream is behind, but will you accept Top Shot moments for subscription payment? Well, Snoopaloop, you're about to get the answer before you actually get to the point where I share this stream. But no moments for subscription, only because it's all being done above board like a business. So it can't accept Top Shot moments. But that's a good question. All right, Plum Dog Millionaire had 21-7. Good game for Plumlee, but like it bummed me out because I want Mark Williams. Let Mark Williams cook. Pascal Siakam had 28-7. Gary Trent Jr. He had 24, and OG Anunoby had 22. The Toronto buzz is picking up. If you listen to podcasts, I know No Dunks were talking a little bit about maybe Gary Trent getting moved. The OG Anunoby conversation was had on the Low Post with Bontemps yesterday. But really good conversations around Toronto. Toronto's been like my biggest disappointment of the year, only because I really thought they were going to be really good. I thought they were going to be like a top 5 team in the East. I like all of those guys, and just for whatever reason, it's not working. I don't know if it's vibes. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, especially with Siakam playing as well as he's playing. It stinks. Sean says, I think Plumlee tunes into the stream and you are motivating him every day. I like that. Also, Sneeps, I like this take. If anyone is my height or above and in the NBA, they better have hops or else they are less athletic than I am. I think that's another great point, Sneeps. What's the Trent news? Should I sell my rare card? No. I'm not saying that. There was just rumors. Like Toronto's clearly going to make a move, whether it's to get better or get worse, but they can't keep doing what they're doing. And Gary Trent Jr. is one of those pieces that like he might get moved. So there you go. Do you know any good oh no. All right, I'm not sharing that because I feel like that's a trap. All right, let's keep going. Utah and the Cavs. We had the Donovan revenge game. Utah beat the Cavs. Wait, is that right? Utah beat the Cavs 116-114. I actually thought that was the other way. Yeah, Utah with the big dub. Utah, who's been just collecting L's lately, and like close L's too. I feel bad for them. Donovan had 46-6. Darius Gallen had 21-6-5. Markkanen 25-16. Jordan Clarkson with a 32 spot, huh? Shout out to Jazz. Donovan Mitchell continues to cook. Just continues to be smash. Just absolutely smash. Good win for Utah. Whatever. 2 games left. I'm sorry. 3 games left. Suns Warriors. I watched a lot of this game. It was Tuesday night, so I had some in real life activity, so could only watch the late game. I don't know how the Warriors lost that game, and it's not even because like I know Steph is back and he's a little rusty. I just don't know. I don't know how you lose to that team. Like the Suns don't have anybody out there right now. They were without Chris Paul. They were without Devin Booker, out Cam Johnson. Yeah, but anyways, Dario Saric, for you Saric heads, trust the process. Healing up. He had a great game, 19-9-7. He benefited from Jacques Landale getting a bunch of fouls. Every time I looked up, Jacques Landale was getting an offensive foul. But yeah, really good game from Dario Saric. Another one who's was just out for so long. Because what was that in the finals where he tore his ACL? So then he basically missed all of last year. And then finally back in action. Mikal Bridges keeping the team alive. Yeah, the Suns were without DeAndre Ayton last night as well. Bridges at 26-9. Dwayne Washington Jr., our man Sean Grant hit me up. And he was like, is Dwayne Washington Jr. just good? Do we just have to say he's good now? And he might be. Dwayne Washington Jr. might just be good. But he had a good game. And then Damian Lee 22-7 off the bench. We forgot the Damian Lee revenge narrative, playing Golden State back at home. 22-7. The return of Steph was exciting. He had 24. He was a little rusty early and then got hot there towards the fourth. It looked like the Warriors were going to make a run in the fourth quarter. And then every time they cut it to 10-12, the Suns would hit a well-timed 3 or get an and 1 or something like that. Levi too is catching up on that other game. Said Raptors and Hornets both refusing to defend. I know they hate defense. Golden State was working Wiggins, Iggy, and Curry back into the rotation. That always makes it tough. Yeah, that is true. Iguodala too got thrown out of the game. He threw the ball into the stands, which was funny because if you were watching the game, I was watching it when it happened. You didn't see that happen. You just kind of saw Iggy walking, and then all of a sudden they threw him out. And I was like, what is happening? But then it makes sense because you can't throw the ball in the stands. And then, yeah, Clay had 29-5. Steph had 24. Jordan Poole back to the bench role, but he still had 27-6-5. Some would argue maybe a better role for Jordan Poole. Fernandez says, do you think Ayton's issue is he's immature, soft, or is he actually not that good? Can he ever be a perennial all-star? I don't know if he'd be a perennial all-star, but listen, he is immature. I think there is some maturity issues, but let's take the side of DeAndre Ayton. And I know people don't want to do that. They did not want to extend DeAndre Ayton after he did everything he was asked to do in that finals run, right? He was an unselfish big man that played defense, played good team defense, and then would rebound, right? They're not drawing up plays for DeAndre Ayton, even though DeAndre Ayton is a pretty solid offensive player. He did everything they asked him to do. He takes him to the finals, along with Devin Booker and Chris Paul, but like a key cog in that finals run, right? And then they don't extend him, right? And then it's so clear that his teammates don't like him. The coach shits on him. We started the season, everybody was like, oh, that's overblown. We started this season with the coach not talking to one of their best players who clearly is in a contract dispute for an entire offseason. I mean, like at some point, we have to be like, how did the organization support DeAndre Ayton? And like maybe he does have some maturity issues, but you know what? The dude's super young. The super young, underappreciated by his own organization, right? If they don't have his back, who's gonna have his back? So I don't know. I kind of side with DeAndre Ayton. Like, and yes, you'd be like, well, he got paid. Yeah, he got paid. He almost got like, there was like a backhanded compliment the way they paid him. I was like, oh, we have no other options. And like, of course he's going to take the money, but I don't know. I kind of blame the organization more. Anyways, all that to say, I don't think he's going to be a perennial all-star, but I think he's a good big. I think he's like a good player that's like a meaningful player on a good team. Anyways, that's my Ayton take. That's my Ayton take. Listen, David, I know we said it here. Suns were dead. And then I remember B. Foster, you still in the chat? I remember him being like, dude, you are wiling out right now. You need to relax. That's overreaction. And you know what? He's 100% right. And I'm benefiting from Devin Booker and Cam Johnson being hurt and Jay Crowder being like, nah, I'm going to work out on Instagram instead. Anyways, what else we got? Matt says, I really wanted the Pistons to get Ayton before drafting Duran, but after that article came out where he talked about sleeping 2 hours per night, I was out. Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, but Weisberg, I know that seems like a shocking take, but I think people disagree with it. All right, what else we got? Did I miss anything else in the chat? I'm late, but I'm here. Shout out F at Nico. Anyways, I'm pro Ayton. Anti-Suns. All right, Magic beat the Blazers last night, 109-106. Dame had like a pretty sick dunk, and it came in an L. So sorry, Dame Dollar. Blazers are kind of freaking out a little bit here. They've just had a tough run. Franz Wagner, he had 29 points. Paolo Banchero had 19 and 10. Wendell Carter Jr. is back to balling. Minutes restriction is gone. He's healthy again. He's just putting up big old double doubles. Had 20 and 10 with I think 3 blocks, or that might have been 3 assists. I don't know. Dame had 30 and 5, and then Nurkic had 22 and 10. We're gonna go over the standings here in a second and look at the Blazers, but I do think the Blazers might be in trubs. So it's gonna be something they got to pay attention to. Where is the bottom for the Blazers? That's great. Yeah, we're going to look at that, but I think it's out of the plan. Fourth quarter, Franz. That's right. I think he had like 15 or 18 in the fourth. It was good. Shout out Franz, man. I'm big Magic fan now. And then the last game of the night were the Clippers and the Magic. I'm going to drop. Well, let's do a Luka drop because we haven't done a drop in a while, even though it came in a fatty L. Luka Magic. Crushes every time. I grind to that. All right, Luka had 43, 11, and 7. Next highest scoring was Timmy Hardaway Jr. had 16. That team is dookie. I know they're having trouble with no Dorian Finney-Smith and no Maxi Kleber, but they just don't have enough, guys. They don't have enough. And I know they were on a hot streak. They beat some good teams, but I mean, Luka was dropping 60, and they needed every single one of those points to get a W. So I don't know. I feel like I think they're a little bit in trouble. Wait, Chicken Frog says Suns will rise. Just keep hating. We will use it as motivation and smoke the Celtics. Let's do that again. I think we should do it. Like, let's do it with glasses and let's zoom in a little bit. Here we go. The Suns will rise. Just keep hating. We will use it as motivation and smoke the Celtics. There we go. How was that? I feel like that was good. We haven't done any character work in a while. I think that was pretty good. That was pretty good stuff. All right, let's go back to that game. Clippers got the W with no Paulie George. Paul George continues to miss time with that hammy, but Kawhi had 33, 9, and 4. And then off the bench, Norman Powell with 27 and 4, carrying them. So good win for them. Yeah, Brian Cox, look out. That's true. They're filming in New York right now. They are filming. I prefer the Mrs. Doubtfire glasses. Hey, I forget where those are. Kawhi is unreal, but frustrating that he didn't play every game for SoRare purposes. Yeah, he that is frustrating for SoRare. The Clippers are such a weird team, man. It's like really hard to get it's really hard to get a good read on them. They are a weird team. Let's take a look at the standings. We can talk a little bit longer about the Portland Trail Blazers as we take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Just a reminder, we'll do a little giveaway here, a little bottom shot giveaway. Like the stream, subscribe, and put hashtag bit. Sneep's also letting us know, wow, the Team Holt collab float up to 444. Like it. Stop the count. All right, let's look at the standings. And get crunk watching that one. But yeah, so Celtics Nets tomorrow. Obviously, no KD for what sounds like a month. And then you get the Bucks right there behind them. Sixers 7-3 in their last 10. Man, they just keep winning games. And Embiid is back. They're 25-15, only 3.5 out. The tied with the Cavs, who dropped a game yesterday. Man, this 1 through 5 is just going to be fun watching this play out. And then you get the Pacers. Like, guys, we're like halfway through the season. What are we, 41 games in? Halfway through yeah, that is the halfway mark, right? Am I doing bad math? No, they are at the halfway mark. And the Pacers are in a 6 seed. That's crazy. Shout out our man, John Dubs. And then we've got, what else do we got? We got the Knicks down there, Bing Ball, Heat. So at least these top 8 over 500. We love to see that. Atlanta Hawks, Chicago Bulls. And then, yeah, the Raptors, man. Raptors a game out of the play-in. I think they're in a weird spot. Oh, wow. Heard KOC call them frauds. Wow, in the Light Years pod. Shut up the Light Years pod. Shut up, Sam. Clippers, Thunder, and Pistons are so hard to peg on SoRare. That's true. Josh is saying, bought a Jared Allen after my KD sitch to fill a spot. Yeah, that unlucky, Josh. That's unlucky. And Ming saying the Raps are kind of iffy. Yeah, they should they blow up the team or make slight adjustments. I'm still a believer. Still a believer in the Raptors. I would rather go slight adjustment than blow it up. I don't know. Maybe you trade OG, though. Maybe OG isn't blowing it up. You trade OG to get better. I don't know. On the Western side of things, Denver Nuggets, Grizzlies, Pels, no change because they didn't play here. Mavs lost, so they drop a half game. Kangs were off. Clippers gained a half game. Clippers in the 6 seed. Suns back up to 500. We'd love to see that. They're in the 7 seed. And then Warriors drop a game. So Warriors and Wolves are tied. Jazz a half game behind them. So here's the Blazers are now 2-8 in their last 10. Losers of 4 in a row. This is where it gets bad. So they technically by win percentage, they have dropped out of the play-in game. So they are now an 11 seed with the Lakers just a half game. The surging Lakers 6-4 in their last 10. Also, there's some like good vibes that Anthony Davis might be coming back soon. So I don't know. Do the Lakers make a run? Do they make a run? So I think the Blazers and Jazz might be in trouble here. These 9 teams are making it. Nuggets, Grizzlies, Pels, Mavs, Kings, Clips, Suns, Warriors, Timberwolves. They're all going to be in. And then I think, one of these 3, the Jazz, Blazers, Lakers. I still believe deep down in my heart of hearts that the Jazz are going to move a bunch of pieces. Blazers and Lakers, I think, are going to be fighting for that 10 seed. And then the Thunder are still like around, hanging around. Tanking for Wembayama. The Rockets have won 10 games. They're 10-30. Holy shit. Spurs have won 13 games, and then you get the Hornets, Pistons at 11. So those are your bottom 4. That are hanging around there. Let me catch up. I take OG at Denver. I love that. What does blow up the team for the Raps? Is it sell Van Fleet? Is it sell OG? I actually think you can flip OG and still be competitive. God, the printer just like goes on sometimes. I think you can do OG and still be competitive because like Scotty Barnes technically should fill that OG role, right? Fred VanVleet too, I think, oh God, yeah, I think it's one of those pieces that get moved. If they just want to tinker to get better now, it's probably just Gary Trent Jr., but I'd move Fred VanVleet. The only problem with Fred VanVleet, I feel like his value's down a little bit because he's been underperforming recently. So I don't know. Wizards have been playing good ball too, so looking like an 11 legit teams. Yeah, but I think the Wizards are looking to move Kyle Kuz. I do think Kyle Kuz is going to get moved. Weiss says Dubs looked like shit last night, and then this 5-game road trip they have ahead of them is brutal. Yeah, I mean, listen, they did their job. They had to stay afloat without Steph. Steph is back. They've been terrible on the road, but maybe they've figured some stuff out. They got Wiggins back now too. It's going to be interesting. Wolves could move this week too. Their next 4 are at Detroit, Phoenix, or with Detroit, Phoenix, Cleveland, and Utah. Yeah, hopefully, listen, if that's a 3-1 run, I like it. What else we got? No wonder we haven't seen Dustin. He's ducking the smoke. Yeah, he's ducking that Lakers smoke. I just gave them some love. Checkerford says his injured SoRare players are Booker, DeRozan, Allen, Ayton, Campaign, Ingram, Capella, Paul. That's like, are we having fun yet? What's party down, right? Anyways, that's a look at the standings. Let's see what we got for action tonight. It's Wednesday night basketball, so let's see what we have on tap. We get the Wolves in Detroit. Yes. Chicago and Washington. Yes. Milwaukee, Atlanta, whatever. Boston, New Orleans would be fun if we had freaking Zion or Ingram, who are both out. Indiana, New York. San Antonio, Memphis, Denver, Phoenix. Phoenix on a back-to-back. Hopefully they have one of Ayton or Paul back, and then Sacktown and Houston. So nothing too exciting. All right, look at this. We made it through. Let me pull up my SoRare. I can show you how my squads are doing. Mostly Dookie. So my limited contender over here is like, okay. We had Jamal Murray put up a 58 spot. Mark Williams, Malachi Branham both like underperformed a little bit. Need them to get into 20 range. Right now, projecting for limited tier 5, but Man got 24. That's fine. Could use Robinson, like a block game from Robinson, but whatever. Limited tier 5. My limited champion is going to be Dust. Look at all these bad players of basketball, but hopefully LeBron plays in their next game. My under 23 is kind of funny because nobody's played yet. That made me LOL. And my rare contender is kind of in play. The Pelicans are still without Ingram and Zion, but they're also missing Herbie Jones. So maybe Trey Murphy finally figures it out. We still got JTA, Bruce Brown with the 33, Ivy with the 27. I don't know. Maybe that gets something. And my rare champion was just leftover. So that's that. Let's see who's winning team hold right now. Let's see the team hold. I also got word that they are going to be able to change the cap on this soon. So that's going to be fun. Also, I think we're getting some pretty exciting SoRare announcements this week. Looking forward to that. All right, let's see who's winning. Let's look at the limited contender. I'm in 22nd out of 64. Not great, Bob. Let's see. What's the leaderboard looking like? I want to see who's in first. Who we got here? Rotom there. Oh, shoot. Let me look at that one more time. Sorry, clicked the wrong button. Wrote him in here with 186. Got Tommy Bryant, Mikal Bridges got a 60 out of Mikal Bridges. That's still going to go up to 37 out of Sarge. Nice lineup there. B Da Vinci is at 175, trailing by 11. Dustin Lee's in third. Jake in fourth, Forrest in fifth. There we go. Some solid squads in there. Good stuff. Let me catch up on the chat. What do we have going on over here? When is the trade window until? So the trade deadline, I think we have less than a month left, maybe like 3 weeks, about 3 weeks left. So 3 weeks. Oh yeah, Indy versus New York could be entertaining. Yeah, because we got Wally Zerbiak will probably be yelling stuff. Lewis says SoRare contender was popping off, then Beef Stew gets injured before tip off and Allen leaves the game. Yeah, it's so frustrating. Looking for Fruit says when Ether Wars. I don't know. Pay attention. Maybe we get an announcement this week. Who knows? Which cap are they changing? Oh, I don't know. I don't know which. No. Sorry. Cap for like the private league. So I think we'll be able to get more people in like the team hold league. Yeah, we'll do a trade deadline special. We'll have to get our man Dustin out of retirement. We'll have to get Dustin because I don't know who remembers this, but I think it might even be 2 years now. Maybe it was just a year ago, but we did one of those and that was a lot of fun. Sean says, I'm 6th out of 19th in my rare champ, but all my guys play another game, so I have upward mobility. We love some upward mobility. All right, guys, we have 10 more minutes. Hit me with whatever you want to hit me with. I'm going to share the link too, like if you just joined, about our fun announcements, about our opportunity to kind of grow a little bit. We can grow together. So I'm going to share that link one more time. And if you guys have questions about that, let me know. Otherwise, we can just talk about whatever. Can we get a smoke machine whenever a trade gets announced? I love this idea, Borland. I love this idea. Maybe get like a t-shirt cannon too that I just like shoot up into the sky. And by the sky, I mean in this room. I do think I have looked into t-shirt cannons before, a previous job. Which I love the idea that I worked at a job where it was like, I got to research the cost of t-shirt cannons. Talking about Zach Collins. Yeah, I do like Zach Collins because Here's why. I think Jakob Poeltl is going to get traded at some point. So he is like the number one trade candidate, whether he goes to Denver or to the Warriors or to the Lake, probably someone in the Western Conference. But I do think Poeltl gets moved. And Collins has been pretty productive just as a bench guy. And something with the Spurs, so if Poeltl doesn't get traded, you're still going to benefit from when the Spurs are like, hey, there's a month left in the season. We need to lose every single one of our games. So I think Zach Collins is a great play. I think he's a great play. I own some Zach Collins stuff, full disclosure. Okay, Deep Thread says I'm in if we have t-shirt cannons. Yeah, I think t-shirt cannons are fire. I think we need more t-shirt cannons out and about. I do. I would love one. I currently have 2, but feel like getting more. That's so, Bandy's up. Bandy was up for the Zach Collins conversation. It's funny, man. My brain hasn't worked in like stacking guys. But I know that is that is something that gets like really like people do on SoRare. It's funny. I just like get one and then move on. Steve's saying, do you think Kelly O gets traded? I do think Kelly O gets traded. As long as they decide they're going to give up and tank, which I do think they're going to do. Bandy. So I do think Kelly Olynyk is the guy because I know they really like Jordan Clarkson there. Yeah, I like that. Borland, I agree, man. How much fun would that be? Guys, if you invest, we'll get a t-shirt cannon. We'll get out on the streets and I'll just say, NBA Top Shot this! Right? And that one t-shirt that they've designed a year and a half ago. Isn't that nuts? When merch, bottom shot. Sean says biggest impact for the SoRare game will be Celtics Nets tomorrow. Nets only game of the fixture. I like calling it fixture too. It's got some European vibes to it. I think that'll be an important one because Kyrie and Ben Simmons will probably be pretty popular. Maybe TJ Warren as well. Man, now I'm just thinking about getting an NBA Top Shot. I'm just thinking about getting a t-shirt cannon. It's like the only thing that I want. It's the only thing that I want is a t-shirt cannon. Oh God. Clarkson is extension eligible and they need to add cap space. Yeah. You will then go viral for assaulting someone with it. Yeah, but dude, don't you know the phrase, Sneeps? All press is good press. Yeah. Fail safe. There's no way that goes wrong. So many players being showcased only to go to a smaller role on a good team. Poeltl, I think, that is true. That's a great point, Trickerford. That's a great point because Poeltl will go to probably a backup big role. It's a great point. I bought Kyrie after the KD injury like the fish that I am. I know, but you know what though, Ransom Reed? Kyrie's still going to be a good play. He's still going to be a good play regardless. Irregardless, he's still going to be a good play. You guys see the clip of Ben Affleck was just serving Dunkin' Donuts at a Dunkies in Medford? Also, that's just the most. Hey, you guys see? Hold on. Hey, you guys see fucking Ben Affleck at the Dunkies in Medford just giving out regulars, just giving out coffee regulars for like $4.95, kid? Honestly, if Ben Affleck was a real one, he'd be at the Cumbies. Borland's asking why aren't we talking about Kyle Anderson? Anderson's got tickets to the game. How'd they get tickets to the game? Man, I don't know how I did this, but this is trapped. I'm trapped. It's a trap. Anderson is back in basketball. All right, what else we got? Here? Kyrie might disagree with that, but then again, he's leading the All-Star voting. What, that Kyrie's been good? Kyrie might disagree that he's been. Didn't I say Kyrie? I said a nice thing about Kyrie, right? Wow, I can't believe my headphones are stuck in this. I'm such a doofus. I don't even know how to get it out. All right, we're taking the headphones out. We're going rogue. How did I do this? This is incredible. This is good content. This is why the bit. I did it for the bit. I'll do it all for the bit. The NBA bit. Shout out Cumbies, right? All right. I thought the Ben Affleck thing was fake. Well, I think it's real. Do you think it's worth trading my KD to try to keep in playing champion for the next month or hold on to him? Josh, man, that's such a tough thing, man. Oh, I see what you're saying, Weisberg. That's such a tough thing. It's up to you. That I feel weird weighing in on those ones because it's such like a, I don't know. It depends what your other options are. It depends what your gallery is. It depends like what move you're making. Because like if the plan is to just buy it back again, I don't like that. Okay, that's good. Can we get Top Shot to donate the dude? Top Shot is never going to work with us again. I don't think so. I think that moment is past. And that's fine. That's fine. Mikey Blaine. We love to see it. And Flamethrower. Yeah, let's get a Flamethrower. How do you like them apples? Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples? We need another good Boston movie. When's the last time we've had a good Boston movie? Like The Departed? Hey, The Fighter? That's my favorite. It's such a useless impression of a scene in a movie. I hate that it's like the one thing I got. Like I can't do a good Mark Wahlberg except for in the movie The Fighter. It's like, I'm the one in here fighting. Not you, and not you. Voice just keeps going up, just like Team Hold to the moon. I don't know. But the town was a while ago. I'm saying like recent. The town was like forever ago. The town was good. Gone Baby Gone, dude. I wish what's his name didn't get Casey Affleck. I was a big Casey Affleck fan, and then it got problematic. Like a true Bostonian, it got problematic. Does Ted count? No, Ted counts, but that was also years ago, guys. Ted was forever ago. Also, this is literally the most tilting thing in the world. I don't know how this happened, but like it's like PPE's wiener. But I can't even like. It's just stuck. It does not fit. I feel like a child getting to like trying to figure out how to put the pegs into the round holes. No, guys, listen. You are all naming really good Boston movies. I'm saying we haven't had a good one in a while. The Departed was great. Mayor of Easttown was the closest, but that was a TV series. That was also Pennsylvania. Casey Affleck's done commercial spoof. That was really good, Brent. The Walk. I don't think I know The Walk. The Fat Drug Dealer in Gone Baby Gone was my teacher's kid. Wow, that's good. That's good. I feel like this is a Rubik's Cube for dumbasses. I don't know, how did this happen? I know this is truly. Did I miss the announcement? Stupid work meetings. Willis, you did. But that's okay. We rebranded this morning show. The morning show is called the NBA Bit, baby. Welcome to the NBA Bit. We've got fun new stuff. I'll drop the link one more time, but we are doing a little like, you have an opportunity to invest in the growth of Team Hold. We're trying to grow a little bit, and we're trying to pay for some sexy ass graphic design and editing from our favorite Veronica. And we need your help. You have an opportunity to get involved in it. So take a look at that. I'll ping the Discord too. Like that announcement, you'll see it. I'll probably post it on Twitter as well. Loop the cord up and get it through. Guys, we're not going to figure this out today. We're not gonna figure this out today. This is just, I think from now on, anytime I wear the headphones, we're wearing this. This is my struggle. All right. Is that it? Did we do it? Did we hit it? My dog is so confused. Did we cover everything? Just a reminder, James is now asking, did I miss the announcement? Yes, you did. We're all going to the moon. We're the NBA Bit. Just check out the first few minutes. For only 39 cents a day, you can help a Team Hold member in need. No, I'll do a quick reaction. We are, as I was talking about, our growth has been nuts so lately. We've been working with this company called Oversubscribe that's been like pointing out some inefficiencies, some areas to like really hammer home. We've been doing a lot of shorts lately, and the short form content is the vehicle that kind of drives the growth. And so what happens is you find us through the short form content, then you come to the NBA Bit and hang out with the crew. And so we need to put an emphasis on the short form content. And in order to do that, to make it look sexy and fresh and hot, we need some help. And so instead of just doing like a Patreon where you're like, hey, give me $10 a month and I'll give you a shiny sticker, this is an opportunity for like a one-time thing. You drop some dollars one time, you became a part of the Team Hold infrastructure, and then you have an opportunity to, maybe get some money back as we grow, right? And as we continue to grow, as I was saying, we're picking up like 125 subs a week now. We are cooking. If we continue at that pace or continue to grow at that like rate, there's an opportunity to, I don't know, instead of just being like, get a shiny sticker, maybe if we do well, you get some dollars back in a couple of years. And if we don't, what a story. We can be a part of the Netflix documentary together. Mike Zakarian, I was going to say you have to have like an epic climb to then have a fall. So just never got off the ground. The Mike Zakarian story. His meteoric rise went as high as his height. Can we get a big shiny chain? Oh, shout out Tea Time, by the way. I feel like I haven't seen Tea Time in a while. What's up, my guy? We need Tea Time on stream again soon. I should. Maybe we'll add that to the merch store. We get a team hold chain, and it comes with some shitty headphones. Yeah, I don't know. Is that it? Did we do it? Just a reminder, the rest of the day, we'll be back sometime this afternoon with actually value hunting might be tomorrow. I want to wait till we get the Wednesday shows. We'll do the Wednesday games, and then we'll do value hunting tomorrow. I think that makes more sense. We'll be back tonight with the 89 Cavs at 7 o'clock. Then at 9 p.m. right on this channel, Shot Tank returns, and we'll be doing the Dapper World and doing some SoRare conversations as well. I don't know. Please let me know if you guys have feedback on this stuff. The Half Bank, James. Let me know if you have feedback on this stuff, though. Would love to talk a little bit further with you guys about it if you have questions or concerns or things that you're like, no concerns, only up. But I hope you guys have a great day. And listen, if you just got here and you didn't see the sick vibes at the beginning with our new intro, check out the outro. Have a great day, y'all.